Bond. James Bond.
Hello guys, this is the Spectre movie review, James Bond 007-24. So it's the 24th movie in the franchise and it's following from Skyfall. It's basically the same movie because it's like connected. So it's like a part 2 to Skyfall because they're very well connected. It's starting from Skyfall into this. And James Bond is doing his own little thing and then he's causing some, drama with the people at MI6. And MI6 is dealing with their own drama, so MI6 is not really like James Bond at this point, and there's a organization that's not like an MI6 right now, and they're trying to shut down the 007 program. This movie was amazing. It was just so much fun, but it was definitely not better than Skyfall. I didn't see Casino Royale, so I can't really compare the two, but it's not as good as Skyfall, but it's still fantastic. There's so much action. The action was incredible. James Bond is a badass, and Daniel Craig looked like he beefed up a little bit just for this role. He's incredible. I don't know why he's just shitting on this character, why he doesn't want to do it anymore. He was phenomenal in it. I did like the story to this. I really did. Basically, a secret organization is doing these random attacks, and it's just like, oh yeah, but they don't really dive into that. But they're just saying, oh yeah, they're just causing mass hysteria and all that stuff. So James Bond is like trying to figure out who this is and who's doing it, who's causing it, and that's basically the entire movie. So this movie, there's not a whole lot into the story as much as Skyfall, as I did predict. Like the story wasn't going to be as fantastic as Skyfall, digging into James Bond's history or having a fantastic story. It wasn't as enriched. Now I'm just going to dive into some of the negatives, because the negatives is just like, there's a couple I gotta just nitpick at and just remember. But the villain, he was kind of disappointing. He was only in like a couple scenes, and he wasn't as, villainy as I wanted. I'm just saying the villain was not the strong suit of this. The villain was just there. And he keeps on saying, I was the author of your pain.
The author of all your pain.
I was there, James. I was there when M was murdered. I was there when you did this and that. So you're telling me that you killed M, but not the villain from Skyfall? Explain that one. You know what they did? They never even touched up on it. So I was like, okay, spoiler alert. Okay, you've been warned. He says, oh, we were like stepbrothers, bro. We were like brothers. And they do explain that, but they don't even dive. Why is his stepbrother, for 2 years, stepbrother, but like, why is he diving into him? Why is he trying to kill James Bond? They never explain that. So that's why the villain's really weak. Another negative is that he survives an explosion. Okay. And I did not like how they handled Dave Bautista. Listen, he is fantastic in this movie, but they don't even have him talk. When someone's talking to him, he's just like this. Just breaks a person's neck. I'm like, okay, I get it. He's the muscle guy, but he's such a phenomenal actor. I'm not going to say he's like Daniel Craig amazing or anything like that. He's just such a good, he's like the next Rock. I'm not going to go that far, but he is like the Rock. He's got so much charisma, and he's just got this presence where you fear him on screen. They just didn't handle him that well. I wanted to see him talk a little bit more, have like interrogating lines. He is a badass in this movie, though. There's a lot of fighting scenes in this. I loved Q in this movie. He is just a cool little hacker. He's like, I'm going to be fired. He was being threatened to be fired in Skyfall, but this time it was his real job on the line. Like, it was like thin as a, needle. So I liked how they dealt with the drama and all that stuff, but just like some of those negatives kind of pushed the film down a little bit. That's what kind of made it less than Skyfall. I'm going to give this movie a B. Did you see this movie? What did you think? Tell me down below. Please like, subscribe, and all that. Later, and goodbye.